Alright, so we're going to go over eBay sales for the last 2 weeks. And last week it was pretty bad, so I didn't even bother filming for last week because there was no point. It was so bad because I had not been I hadn't been posting any listings. So this week I'm back into posting listings. I got plenty of inventory now. So I'm getting back on the grind of posting listings. So we're gonna start off with this with the good old Degree 6-pack. As you can see, I sold. What have I sold in the last 2 weeks? At least I want to say at least 4, because I have 2 that just came in today, and I think there was like 2 right when this came in, and then there might have been 1 or 2 other ones. So I've sold a few, which is good. Which is always good. So as you can see, 34 left on the listing, but I still have tons more. And I'm actually doing pretty good because I got 7 in the watch, 7 watchers, and there's 125 views on it. So which is pretty good. So, anyways, moving on. Next is this little VTech phone base with the answering machine and the mount for it. $20 free ship. Pretty much new open box. Came from the Amazon returns pallet. And I parted out this phone because it was missing a phone, missing a base. One of the two. I think it was missing a phone because this doesn't have a phone with it. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That other phone that was being returned did end up arriving a few days later. I finally got unlost from Rochester and it made it here. But I already refunded the buyer because eBay was telling me about how it should have been delivered by now, which is true. And then that I had 2 days I had till the 19th to refund the buyer. Well, I didn't want to refund him till I had it, but on the 19th, I ended up just having to refund him. I figured it was $20. It was not that big of a deal if they did scam me or anything. Just cost of doing business. But I think it was Monday it ended up arriving. Monday or Tuesday, so. Not a big deal. Like I said, I think I'm just gonna junk it because I'm so done with that pallet. I gotta go through some of the stuff that I have listed from this pallet, that's still listed, and I'm just going to donate it. I'm done with that pallet. I'm sick of it taking up space, on my shelf, and I'm just gonna get rid of it. So, next, I'm pretty sure I only sold 1 of these doves over the last week, which is kind of sad that I only sold 1 of them. Next is this Future Wise Slug Cream Barrier Repair Moisturizer, 1.69 fluid ounce. As you can see, I've sold 2 I think this week. Oh, and I got 5 watchers. Pretty good. Sold 1 you'll see here at the end, and then there's 1 earlier in the week. This came on, I think it's the same Target pallet, same pallet the deodorant came on. And as you can see, I have a ton of them. And they're just now starting to sell, which is pretty good. Next was this little New York State Fire School patch, $5.99 on that. Next is this Slim Quick Pure Keto Extra Strength 60 caps weight loss dietary supplement nonsense. Got this at Walmart clearance of all places, and that was back in December for $9 each. And I grabbed 4. There was more of them, but I was a little hesitant, even with the super insane sell-through rate. I was a little hesitant because I got burned once, and I still have them of these little Jurassic Park makeup kits. The sell-through rate on that too was over 100%, and yet I still am looking at all 6 of them. I can't move them, and I'm like one of the cheapest listings on there, so that's why I was a little hesitant. I mean, I did drop the price. I think I originally had it at like $32 or $33.99 plus the 6 ship, and I dropped it down to $30, just to make sure that they'd move. As you can see, I've sold out of the 4 that I had pretty quickly too, because you figure the second, and by the end of the month now I'm out of them. And I was kind of thinking to it for like the first week or 2 here that I made the right decision of not buying them because they weren't moving as fast as I thought they would move. Next was a little New Orleans EMS patch, $6.99 in that. Next was this little Vizio remote that came from the Goodwill remotes $4.99 plus 5 ship. As you can see, it's in kind of rough shape too. It's pretty dirty actually. And a lot of them have a lot of them are numbers and that are rubbed off. Actually, I probably should have just threw this out, but whatever. I already made all my money back on that pallet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Slim Quick again, because I sold the last two that I had sold to the same person, and this was all weekend sales. Next was this. Speaking of that Amazon pallet, this little ovens gasket seal, whatever you'd like to call it, 25 bucks, which I'm surprised it only went for so little, because if you look up these ovens, they're very expensive. Next was this, I sold this vinyl, this Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Greatest Hits. This I got from the Kohl's clearance event. And this I listed and it sold right away, $24.99. It was free ship then, and I only made like $4, and then I'm like, well, I'm gonna try 25 plus the 5 ship. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take this listing down and try it again, because this probably should have sold by now. The sell-through rate on this is insane, which is why I picked it up, because I knew that it wouldn't be a home run, but it would be a quick flip of $4 or $5. So as you see, I ended up getting 4 of them, because you could only get 2, so I ended up making 2 separate orders with 2 each of these. And there's 2 other vinyls as well that I got, Olivia Rodrigo and then Michael Bublé Christmas hits as well, because both of those also had good sell-through rates. So I have to double check those listings again too, to make sure I priced them right, the title's right. Like, I've played with the title on this like 3 or 4 times today. I had promoted 2% promoted listings on it, so we'll give it a day or 2 and see what happens. Next was this little set of 18 Perel little travel size hand sanitizers, 19 free ship on that. Came from the same Target palette. All the deodorant in that came on, I'm pretty sure. Next was this little Fisher Price Linkimals, the little beaver, Boppin' Beaver. Sold that out on offer, 14 something, free ship. And this I think is one of the last things from the Fisher Price palette. I have Thomas the Train left, and like a little high chair thing that I'm thinking about taking down and then actually using when I babysit the neighbor's 2-year-old at my grandmother's. So I'm thinking about taking that down and using it for myself at this point. Next is this little tactical unit tab patch. Sold it for $4.99, even though I sent out an offer on it for like 15% off. And then I heard the cha-ching and then saw the price that it had sold at full price. So that was an interesting thing that happened. Next is this Ellenville, New York Police, $8.99 in that. And then another one of the slug creams. So we'll switch over to the other account. Oh yeah, I was looking at the feedback thing, because I had a buyer who was very triggered. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, did I? Where'd it go? Oh, did I accidentally delete it, or is it on this one? Oh no, it's on this one. Okay. So as you can see, I got a negative feedback from this guy. And it was actually the last thing that I showed you last week, the Manchester, Massachusetts by the sea. He hit me with the no communication, no activity, no nothing. Another one of those very impatient buyers, I guess you could say. He sent me a message at 2 o'clock. And then 5 minutes later, he opened the item not received claim. And I'm assuming that's around when he left the feedback. This is on a second account. So for starters, I don't check, during the day, I'm not checking the second account. It's at night here is when I'll check the second account. I'm not on top of this one as much. So, I didn't respond to him in 5 minutes, so he got all mad and left the negative feedback. The tracking on it does show that hasn't moved since the 19th. it just says like in transit from Buffalo. And of course his is the only one out of everything else that I've sent around that time that says that. But I also had another buyer who sent me a message last week about, the same thing. I sent his like a 2 or 3 days beforehand, and it was the same thing of the tracking hasn't moved. But he sent me the message first because he's wanting for me plenty of time. So, he's gonna try and work it out with me first before asking eBay to get involved. And then, I said if the tracking does move in like 2 or 3 days, I'll send you another one because that was one I have plenty of. And then he sent me a message, like a day or two later that it ended up showing up. So, it's probably on the way to him, or he very well may actually have it. So, but anyways, I was able to just do the seller help and then the request to remove feedback, and they removed it. So that's why on this one you can see it doesn't show up because I managed to get it removed. So that's good. So, there's the order right there. And of course, he bought the second one. If he had bought the first one, I'd just send him another one. Oh, and I did end up just refunding him because the tracking obviously doesn't show delivered. I doubt it ever will end up showing delivered. And just gave it to him, blocked him, and then got the feedback removed. So you'll see that it says the 99.6, but obviously it's back up to 100% now. So, starting off, we got this Socrates Police, $6.99. This University of Virginia Police. As you can see, I ended up running a 30% off sale because I'm trying to clearance out some of these patches because I canceled my store subscription. For this account, there's no use in paying for it because it's I don't post on this enough, and there's just not enough business to make it worthwhile. I mean, I don't think I bring in $100 a month on this account. It's just pretty dead because I don't post on it. So I'm thinking about liquidating out a lot of the police stuff anyways because it is very likely to get me flagged. So I'm gonna get it out of I'm just gonna get out of it. I have about 400 listings. I need to get down to about 250. So I'm just hoping to 30% off and help get rid of some of them. So next we got this Baltimore County Corrections for $6.99. This Tyrone Police for $3.49. This Rapid City, South Dakota for $5.59. This Foxborough for $5.59. This Des Moines, Washington, $4.19. West Palm Beach, $3.49.
They weren't very cooperative. Somebody just became irate and started swearing at me and hung up on the phone.
I'll have to look up that address. It's probably one of the shady ass motels in Niagara Falls Boulevard. Next, another Foxborough at $5.59, and then last thing that just came in was this Ventura at $4.89. So that is it for this week. Oh, I will insert the clip of the pallet that I got. The Home Depot paint sprayer palette that I got. I'll insert that clip after this. And then there'll be another video that I have to edit at some point of paint sprayer roulette, where I go through all the paint sprayers and then see what condition they're in. So I won't spoil that video. That'll be another video that I have to remember to edit at some point. And that'll be a little bonus video for the reselling content. So, that is it. We'll see you guys. Alright, so here is the latest Home Depot haul. As you can see, it's a lot of paint sprayers. So, there's, this stack, all this stack, but there is this box under here that's not paint sprayers, that's sprinklers, sprinkle heads. So, then there's a animal trap, which I've sold those before. And I got one on my last pallet. That's an easy $40. Assuming it's not like, super rusty or anything. So, quite a variety as well. There's Control Stainer 350, Flexio 2500. These are Flexio 3500s. Control Stainer 150s. These are 350s. A lot of the 250s or the 2500s. Also a lot of the 150s, and that, as you can see, the box on this is, oh boy, someone drop kicked it. So, A couple of these eye spray nozzles, I've gotten those before as well. As you can see, that's just a field of paint sprayers. So obviously I need to go through them all. Some will just be garbage. I've already seen one that was probably gonna be junk. This portion of it, it's completely, you can't even unscrew it. It's got like gold paint and you can't even unscrew it. So that one probably will be garbage. I know last time I got them, some of them had literally still had wet paint in them. So I do expect some of these are going to be just a loss. They're not all going to be salvageable. But I did open, was it this one? No, definitely not that one. I don't know if you can see on the wet paint. I really don't know where it is. There's one I opened that looked pretty much brand new. So I will go over here real quick. I also got this Troy-Bilt leaf blower that looks like it's brand new. Pretty much looks like it was a customer pickup that they never picked up. It's kind of what it looks like. This one's a string trimmer. Not sure if it's gas or not. I haven't really taken it out of here other than open enough to know that it's a trimmer. This is a pole saw. It's an MTD. It's not like it's a super nice one or anything, but it looks brand new. You can see the bag right here with all the stuff. So as I said, it looks brand new. But also this Makita 40-volt hedge trimmer tool. It's tool only, but I haven't really checked it out yet. I haven't checked any of this stuff out yet. That paint sprayer is from the last Home Depot pallet. I'm hoping I can get it sold here. Talking with a guy, hoping I can get it sold. I also got this concrete sealing sprayer. You can see industrial concrete sprayer, and then this acetone sprayer. Like I said, I haven't gone through anything yet. Just a couple of the paint sprayers that just happen to be opened. So, is it right here? I think it's. I knew it wasn't crazy. Yeah, it's this one that, like, I don't know if you can see it's still got the cardboard around that, and this looks totally clean. So, like I said, some of them you get lucky and like that, or you can sell those new open box. So did I tell you what I paid for this? I paid $700 plus sales tax. It was $762 is what it came out to. And there's more stuff than this. This is just what got thrown upstairs because I need to go through all this stuff. There's stuff in the shed and in James's car as well that I need to deal with. And then there's also, but also I need to go through all these first, and then I gotta wait till the boxes come in. I guess I could list them now because I do have these Home Depot extra smalls, 12 by 10 by 15. I don't need the 15 is a little long for these, so I was thinking, I was looking and ordered boxes, or I ended up ordering 12 from Supply Hut. It came out to about $1. What was it, $1.60 or $1.70 a box? These come out to $1.30 a box, but I figured for the extra, or is it $1.70 I think, for the extra 30-40 cents, I won't have to waste as much packing material. Although I do get a bunch of bubble wrap that's free from my brother's job, or I don't need to use packing paper. I probably could have got away without using them, but they'll be useful for other things. But I wanted to order specific boxes because there's so many of these 2500s and these 350s that are about 9, 10, 12. So I wanted to order some boxes. So it would have been better to do it through Granger, but it was they're currently out of stock or whatever, unavailable, so that wasn't going to work. That and I'd have to go out to Cheektowaga to pick them up, and I don't actually drive myself. I only have a permit, so I'd need my brother to, one of these days to go out there. So it's just much simpler to just order those boxes from Supply Hut on eBay. So that is the latest haul. I'll take you downstairs and show you the stuff in the shed, and then I'll show you what's in James's car. Pretty much what's in his car needs to go to storage, so that's why we just put it back in his truck to take it straight to storage. So I'll show you that stuff.